Man, it feels weird not to do a review video after doing so many review videos. So today we have fragrances that have gotten me a lot of compliments in recent, say, weeks or months. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I have 5 fragrances, well 4 fragrances right there that got me a lot of compliments for the past recent few weeks or recent few months. I would have 5, but one I don't own a bottle of. I had samples, I've used up all the samples, and I still got a lot of compliments from the samples itself. So I'm going to be including that one in this list as well. So before we get started though, at the end of this video, if you guys stay tuned, I will be talking about Pulse of Night by MIYAKE. I got this in yesterday, have not really smelled it yet. So at the end of this video, I'm gonna be testing out this thing as well. Alright, first fragrance, let's start with the one that I don't own a bottle of. This one is Creed's AVENTUS Cologne. Yes, AVENTUS Cologne. I do not own a bottle of this one, but oh my god, it works so good. I had 2 samples of it. I got one that was sent to me from Creed. Then I grabbed another one at the Creed Boutique here in Las Vegas. I emptied the bottle. I don't have it anymore, and people really liked it. I think I got at least around 5 to 6 compliments from those 2 small vials alone, and that was magical. I really like that. For some reason, AVENTUS Cologne does so much better than original AVENTUS for me. Original AVENTUS has gotten me some negative feedback, and I don't feel confident wearing original AVENTUS. It does work sometimes, but AVENTUS Cologne seem to always work, so I really like it. I'm really considering buying a bottle of it, but oh my god, at $200 something for a 50 ml or maybe 250, 260 for 100 ml on the internet right now, it's like, I don't know if I ever want to spend that kind of money on a fragrance ever again. It seems kind of ridiculous because I have so many fragrances as well. That's another thing, is that I don't really need AVENTUS Cologne, and as a reviewer, I already reviewed AVENTUS Cologne, so there's no justification of me buying it other than the fact that I just like it. So to spend $200 something on a fragrance that I like, I have no clue anymore. Back then I would spend $200-300 a month on fragrances, and I would have fragrance hauls videos. You guys remember that? I had a lot of fragrance haul videos. Now I don't anymore because I just don't buy that many fragrances anymore. And AVENTUS Cologne, although really amazing, a lot of people around me love it, I don't know if I could buy it. I don't know if I would buy it, actually. Even if I have the money, I don't know if I would buy it. Let me know what you guys think. Actually, let me ask you guys for advice. Let me know what you guys think. Should I buy AVENTUS Cologne or not? I personally love it very much, but for $200 something, should I buy it or not? All right, next one, we have one that you guys heard of before on this channel. This one is EROS Flame. This one, it just works. I actually lost count of how many compliments I've gotten with EROS Flames already. I think 10 plus at the very least. This one is just really good. I enjoy this one a lot for confident boost. Again, I don't really, the scent itself is good, but it's not something that wows me. But what wows me is the increase in confidence every time I wear it. I know I smell good. I know I smell good. I know the people around me love it. That's why I love wearing EROS Flame so much. And this one, I think if I wear the original EROS, I would get similar kind of experience, simply because at the dry down, these two smell pretty much the same. The opening is what makes it different, but people give me compliments normally for the dry down. So I think you can go either way. You can go with EROS Flame or the original EROS. If you already have that, or if you haven't picked it up yet, the original EROS is cheaper. So I would go with that option because, like I said again, the dry down is the same. So if you're gonna get any compliments from it, it's gonna be in the dry down, just like how I've gotten mine in the dry down. It gets ridiculous sometimes how well this thing works. I can see why now the first one is such a huge seller for Versace. This one, no difference at all. It's one of those confident boost fragrance. I know some people don't care about getting compliments, but if you don't care about getting compliments, why are you watching this video for it, you know? It's a little backwards. Watch tomorrow's video instead, all right? But for those of you who cares about getting compliments, sometimes it's just the fragrance that gives you the most confident boost is the one you want to wear. And that's for me some days. We're all humans. We have bad days, we have good days. On bad days, you need some confident boost. I wear EROS Flames, or I wear other fragrances that I know makes me smell really good. So yeah, EROS Flames, if you guys have not checked this one out yet, you guys really should. Or if you guys have not checked out the original EROS yet, you guys should. But if you ask me which one I prefer the most, if I were to only pick one of the two, I really prefer Versace EROS Flames because it has more of that kind of dry fall air type of opening, which I enjoy much more than the sweet bubblegummy type opening of the original one. All right, next one, we have one that is my boss's favorite. I think my boss gave me the most comment for this one. Some students gave me compliments for this fragrance as well, but mostly my boss. So this one is PRADA Luna Rossa Black. Now this one is very soft, subtle, gourmandish version of the Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, my favorite fragrance ever. This one, the best way to explain it is that it's a more gourmandish, more fall and winter heavy version of Eau Extreme. So this one is one that I really like. It's actually, I think, my second or third favorite designer fragrance because Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme is my number one. Since this one is kind of like a deviation of that one, this one is fastly becoming my favorite. It's just how it is. But this one works really well for me when it comes to the evening time. Normally I'll get a compliment for this towards the end of the day at work around 7 and 8 p.m. when everyone's closing down. It just works better during those times than it does during the daytime. So sometime I won't even wear this in the morning. I would actually bring this to work. I actually bring this bottle to work and spray it in the evening time. Like when it gets cooler, the sun's going down, I will actually spray this on. So that Prada Luna Rossa Black, very, very good choice. Not as strong as a compliment getter as the last two that I mentioned. Eros Flames, definitely in this list, probably the strongest one so far. This one is not the strongest in this list, but it did get me several compliments throughout the month, so nothing to complain here. I'm just here to tell you guys what works. This thing really works, especially in the evening time. All right, this next one is discontinued, so I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but I do want to share the fact that this has gotten me a lot of compliments recently as well. This one is INVICTUS AQUA 2016. Now this one is one that I'm very, very reluctant to wear because I do not want to run out of this. This thing is just so gorgeous. I don't know why they had to reformulate this thing. I don't think there's any fragrances in the INVICTUS line that's better than the INVICTUS AQUA. Not INVICTUS Legend, not INVICTUS Intense, none of those newer ones. This one is the best one and they reformulated it. I'm very disappointed. Like I wish this one stays, or I wish I've gotten backup bottles of this. So if you guys have any backup bottles of this one, if you guys don't like it, please let me know. I'll be happy to buy it from you guys. This one is one of my favorite ever. But yeah, not gonna talk too much about this. It always works for me. Not all the time getting compliments, but it always smells so gorgeous. It works off my skin so well, so beautifully every single day that I wear it. I've gotten a lot of compliments from this one. And I know if I was brave enough to wear this thing more and not worried that it was gonna run out, I'll be gathering a lot more compliments, man. I'll just be hoarding them in with this fragrance. But sadly, I'm very conservative with this juice, so I don't wear it all too often. If I wore it a lot more often, this one would definitely be in the Eros Flame territory, if not higher than Eros Flames in terms of comment getting. But alas, it is discontinued. So sadly, we cannot enjoy it anymore or cannot enjoy it as much as we want to. But yeah, if you guys find a bottle of this anywhere, go ahead and pick it up. It is a legendary scent, one that you definitely should have in your collection. And if you have some at home that you don't want, sell it to me. I'll be happy to buy it. All right, last one. This is one that I talked about in my last weekly rotation. This one is PRADA L'Homme Absolu. Now this one has got me a lot of compliments recently in the past few days, so I really enjoy wearing this one. There's a few students who always give me compliments when I wear this thing. My boss love it, and it's one of those fragrances that works. It's just like Eros Flames in the fact that it gives me so much confidence, but it's even better than Eros Flames because I actually enjoy wearing this one. This one is actually better than the original Prada L'Homme for me. I like the cardamom addition to it. I like the nighttime. I like the spicy kind of cooling, very outgoing vibe that this fragrance gives, alongside kind of the clean and luxurious Prada L'Homme DNA that's still in this one as well. I think it's a very great combination, and I just love wearing it. This one is my favorite Prada fragrance right now, besides Luna Rossa Black. And yeah, I love wearing it myself. I love the smell, and it gets really good compliments. So this one in turn is way better than Eros Flames. So yeah, if you haven't picked this one up yet, go ahead and do so. It is very hard to find in some places. I've never actually seen it in a Prada store before, so maybe it's impossible to find, I don't know. But yeah, go ahead and pick yourself up a bottle. It is so good. I highly recommend this one. If I was to make a top 10 best 2019 fragrances that I've tested, this one easily in the top 3, so don't sleep on it. It is really good. Wear it out, especially if you like Prada L'Homme, you'll love this one. Alright, that was it for 5 fragrances that have gotten me a lot of confidence recently. Now, let's test out Pulse of Night by MIYAKE. Just got this in yesterday from FragranceNet, and I heard a lot of good things about this one. I heard so many people like it, so let's do 2 sprays and see what this thing is all about. Huh, wow, it's definitely tonka bean. If I'm wrong, I kick myself. Oh, man, it's good. It's good. Would I say super all-star though? Not sure about that. But it is really good. There's something bright on top of it that I really just can't get my nose on. It smells like tonka bean and vetiver. It has some powderiness to it, some gourmandish powderiness to it. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if it's tonka bean or patchouli it could be either one of the two. It's not super sweet like tonka bean is. It's a little bit more earthy, powdery, so it could be either tonka bean or patchouli, but wow, it smells really good. It has some clean quality to it as well, like vetiver, so I have no clue now. Let's look up the notes before I make a fool of myself. So yes, Pulse of Night, let's look up the notes. Top notes of incense, mid notes of tonka bean, patchouli, and amber. So I got 2 right so far. Base notes of leather, woods, vetiver. There you go. Vetiver, sandalwood, and vanilla. See guys, my nose is good. My nose is not broken. See? You guys should trust me more. So yeah, this one off the top of my skin, I smell a lot of that vetiver, patchouli, and tonka bean base. It's not a super gourmand like tonka bean is. If tonka bean was alone, it would smell a lot more like Fève Délicieuse, or it would smell a lot more like Amanico Profumo. But this one is very earthy type of tonka bean. So patchouli added, I was right about that. Vetiver as well, because I knew I'm getting that kind of clean vibe from it. Overall, so far, it is quite nice, but I can see it becoming extremely powdery on my skin, which I'm not a big fan of powdery scents all too much. I love vanilla, I love tonka bean, so those are inherently more powdery notes, but fragrances like Allure Sweat Oil Extreme, Lunar Rose Black, they never get too powdery for me where I don't like it. But this one may get like that. But if it doesn't get like that, this one would be one of my favorite fragrances for sure, because it's in the same vein as Oil Extreme and Lunar Rose Black, being that it's a tonka bean type nighttime fragrance, and I really like that. So if this one turns out not to be too powdery, I think I would enjoy this one a lot. Hopefully it performs, really hopefully it performs. But right now it smells good. It smells good. I would say it's not something that I'm too crazy about yet, but fragrances can't be judged just on skin. It needs to be judged on sillage. I need to wear this for a week and tell you guys how I feel about it, but there's a lot of hope. My favorite right now from MIYAKE is still Noir Ombre. That one, love at first sniff, love at last sniff. It's still love right now for me, but this one needs some testing for sure. It has some promising qualities, so I'm very excited to test this one out. And with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know down in the comment section below if I should buy AVENTUS Cologne or not. And it's $200 something, so I don't know. Let me know you guys' best advice on that. And with that said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Bye.